Alrighty. Yes. There you go. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. We are Suzuka for round 6 of PRL Sunday Tier 2. We have a wet quality today for an overcast race. Let's get the information up. Okay, so we have one of the Red Bulls. They're going to be starting the frail laps that we're going to get. As we can see, Dry King with Kimi Antonelli's helmet. Really nice helmet. As he goes on to start his lap. Now in qualifying in these regs, the cars, they are all running the same battery mode. So qualifying should be a bit more balanced compared to dry qualifying where ERS management is very important. Anyone in chat, just give me a moment. I am currently pulling up the chat. Oh, a bit of a snap there to Dry King. As he passes sector 1 at 38.4. First sector 1 of the session. No problem, Craig, I have you. I'm going to try to be as consistent with the commentary as I can. Gonna stick on board with Dry King here. Just to see, oh, he's off. That may be a abort lap, so he could go for another one. Yes, please. We'll go on board with the LD behind him. Let me mute my notifications here so we don't have it beaten in to the audio a bit too much. Let's hop on board with the LD behind him. We have to find which one. I think it is Rusty. Let's see. Rusty for 24. And all the time is added up in sector 2. Tar Heels retires from the session. A possible incident there. Let's try to hop on board with one of the Williams that's passing him to see if we could see him off track. Yes, please. He has spinned into the wall. Let's get back on board with Rusty Oil Can. And he is behind the Red Bull. Although the Red Bull went off track, we have the Soul Ferrari today. He's about to start his lap. Then we have a Williams coming up to the line behind an Alpine. Or Jasper, I think he is about to start his lap. And the Williams goes up to P1 for 1:43.0. Now we do know the Red Bull made a mistake on his lap. We have one of the Mercs stunt coming up to the line. Oh no, that is Craig coming up to the line. He has invalidated his lap. We have one of the Williams and Turner coming up to the line. He crosses the line at 1:44.8. We have BK coming up to the line, our usual commentator here. He goes out to the line at 1:46. We have another Alpine about to cross the line. That's Uno Cinco crossing the line. I think DJ on the beat is our championship leader. J Story goes P1 at 1:42.8. That's a really nice time, 2 tenths ahead. I think W Butler is about to start his lap. We have one of the Mercs coming up to the line. Stunt, his sector 2 split is looking really nice. Let's see what he's able to do. We have a Red Bull off. BK doesn't have any damage, probably just lost the back end of the car. Dry King about to start his next lap. We have Rusty, he's going to be coming up to the line. He's about to start another lap as well. Unfortunately, the other tracks we aren't able to do back-to-back laps here. It gets really close with the battery. Have the Alpine. Of Jasper coming up to the line. The split is at the 24s. Sorry, my apologies. At 1:45.2. Pretty close between him and Godfather. You have a Williams crossing the line. I think that is K4. He's on the lap. And Turner is improved. He's improved in sector 2. Let's see where he goes. 1 second improvement. That should put him in the top 5. And he goes exactly P5. I think Uno Cinco at the moment is going to be the next car to cross the line. He's in the 24s. When all the time is added up in sector 2. Let's see where he goes after he crosses the line. P10. We have a Haas coming up to the line. I think that's J Story on his second lap, or he's about to start a lap. Oh no, that's the caddy of Ace Edge starting his first lap. We have a Red Bull crossing the line. I'm not sure if that is BK. Yes, please, that is BK. J Story comes into the pits. We have one of the Audis about to cross the line. W Butler about to put his first time on the board. He crosses the line and goes P8. It's a bit close between. We have a new fastest lap. Drag King improving his time. We do know the track is improving, and he also made a mistake on his first lap, so seeing the improvement from him is not too surprising. Let's check the chat again. We have an Audi crossing the line. Rusty is about to set another lap once again. We have Alpine jumping up. Jasper going up to P5 at 1:43.9. K4 takes provisional pole by 400. 1:42.6. The track is constantly improving, so I don't think that will be the final pole time. And Turner will start another lap. We have Craig coming up to the line. He's about to start another lap. And Cinco improving. Let's see where he goes. P7 and 1:44 flat. Have Ace Edge. He's coming out to the line. He's about to set his first lap. A nice sector 2 split. Where does he go? He goes P3 1:42.8. Red Bull crossing the lane in the background. Not sure it's Red Bull. That is BK. Not sure if he was on a lap or if he is starting a lap. I think he is starting a lap. W Butler not improving. Let's see where Rusty is. Rusty is improving. It has improved in his set to 1. Have Drag King able to cross the lane once again. He has fallen a lot of time. 7/10. Let's see where he is across the lane. No, he dips into the 41s. Almost a second ahead of K4, but we do have to remember the track is constantly improving. Rusty has fallen 7/10 as well. His set 2 split is not quite there on track with the guys that are in the top 5, but he is finding time. He crosses the line and goes P5. We have the first McLaren about to start their lap, DJ on the beat. We have a Williams about to cross the line as K4. He's about to replay. No, he dips into the pit lane. Spurs about to start another lap. We have N Turner. He's about to finish up his lap. He comes out to the line, passes the line, goes P6 on 143.3. We have Craig about to cross the line. No, he goes into the pits. Senko has found improvement. He goes across the line up to P5. We have the Mercedes of Stunt about to start another lap. We have AS Edge. He goes up to P2. I have one of the Haas's starting their laps, while everyone else is going into the pits. Let's stay on board with Zabit here. See how he does on his first lap, since the other people are knowing their extra warm-up laps. I think there's a Haas off that's trying to get on board with the Red Bull. Oh, no, that's a caddy. It's very interesting having the different, or not, let me not say different colors, the same colors. Very hard to differentiate between which car is which. So, okay, time is set to 1 for Zabit. We have the first McLaren about to set a lap. See if Rusty is improving on his lap. No, he is coming into the pits. Let's go on board with DJ on the beat. In the 42s, they set a 2. He crosses the line, 142.2. Nice improvement, and he comes in with the fastest last sector as well. Let's see, I think that's Jasper coming out to the line, losing the back of the car a bit across the line. Doesn't improve his time. And Turner, I think N Turner is coming out to the line once again. Let's see where he's able to put that Williams. So Williams 4 and 5 at the moment, 142.3. We have the Soul. Oh no, that is not the Soul Caddy anymore. Porky Pig is in the lobby. No, he's about to start his lap. I think Zabit is about to come out to the line. Stunt coming out to the line as well, 142.0. Let's see where Zabit goes. As he comes out to the line, 142.4. They're getting some good laps in. BK is improving on this lap as he's coming out to the line, 143 flat. He goes P9. I think we have, is that Porky? There's a white car that just crossed the line. No, Porky is in this part of the track at the moment. Let's see if DJ on the beat is on another lap. He'll be the next car to cross the line. Let's see where he is in sector 2. Finding E at 10's purple sector 2. At the moment, this is looking to put him P1. Oh, the brakes don't want to cut the curb too much to invalidate, and that one as well right there is very easy to use too much curb. As he comes out to the line, 141.2. Now he sets the fastest lap. The other guys will get a rate of replay. As I have said earlier, the track is constantly improving. We have Craig on his out lap, will to start his next lap. We have a Alpine coming into the pits. Jasper coming into the pits. The white car crossing the line. I think that's Porky. He has set his first lap. 42.2. Very close. Everyone is in the 42s at the moment. Only 2 guys being able to break into the 41s at the moment. We have a Williams off the track, but I don't think that was a skill issue. I think he was just trying to get out of the way before the S's. We have another white car crossing the line. Zabit going for another lap. Sliding the car. Very close to track limits there. I think he is backed off. He isn't going at a relative push pace anymore. I think he slid a lot. Realized he lost a lot of time in sector 1 from sliding a bit too much. At the moment, I'm not able to see how much time is left in this session. He pulls off the track out of the way of his teammate. Let's see what gesture is on an out lap. I think one of the rebels just started the lap for their rate of replay. Yes, please. We have Drag King. He set a lap earlier in the session while the track was improving, so he will get a chance to replay. Unfortunately for you guys in the stream, I'm not able to see how much time is left in this session because the yellow flags is just stuck up there, sliding a bit there, going up the hill, fighting for traction. He's found the 10th in sector 1. Around the bridge, went to this hard braking zone. Want to get tight on the inside. Nice set is it there. The Red Bull is really a nice car. Looks really nice. Able to keep the car on track, not going off like his first lap. Oh, huge tight slapper there on the curb. He is coming up to the sector 2 split. Let's see where he is. Well, that sector 2 split is very close to DJ on the beat sector 2 split. I think it's gonna all come down to the last sector here. It's really close. Uses a lot more curve than DJ on the beat. Let's see what he's able to do. DJ on the beat retires for the session, sliding, trying to get as much traction as possible. He comes out the line, 141.3. Very close. There's lack of traction on the exit of the downhill section there. It might have cost him that 10th. I think the Ferrari is on a lap. I'm seeing people let him through. A good sector 2 split, but this is looking like he'll be in the 42s. Rusty Oil Can, we did not see that improvement. He goes up to P3. Very nice lap from him. Still more times to be set. The Ferrari goes up to P11. We have an Alpine crossing the line. I think he's starting his lap. The Mercedes as well. K4 goes into the 40s. What a lap from K4. We have a Haas about to cross. I don't think it's a Haas. I think it's Caddy. Okay, now we can see the times, what time the session is at. To see who's really on last laps. W Butler, he's about to start his last lap. I think Intern is about to start his last lap as well. I think that is Stunt about to start his last lap. We have 2 white cars. Zabit coming out to the line in the 42s. Where is he gonna go? Still in the 42s. Finds a 10th. His teammate is behind him. I think his teammate is about to start another lap. Yes, please. I don't think Zabit will be on a lap. I think there was a bit of impeding there. Or maybe possibly off the track. I wasn't able to see that properly. We have some cars that are very close on track. Yes, please, right here. K4 right behind Craig. Craig is improved by 700 in sector 1. He's gonna want to be finding more time than that. We have an Alpine that's about to come up to the line. Oh no, Jasper is off the track. No front wing on his Alpine. We'll be bringing this car back to the pits for sure. Let's see which car will be next. His teammate is the next car up the road. Unfortunately, we didn't get to him in time to see his sector 2 split. Jasper retires from this session. He's going to be starting P15. As Uno Cinco comes up to the line, he goes P7. Craig crosses the line. K4 crosses the line as well, but it's not surprising that he had no improvement. He was behind the Mercedes his entire lap. BK is not really improving. He invalidated. I'm trying to get to the next car. I think it's N Turner. He is not improving. Let's see if Stunt is improving. Yes, please. Stunt is improving by a lot. At the moment, it's looking like Stunt will be taking P2 from DJ on the beat. Let's see what he's able to set when he crosses the line. A 141 on flat. The two Hasses are about to cross the line. Zabit finds a bit of improvement. Improves his time by a slight bit. Let's see what J Story is able to do. He goes up to P5. And I think that is going to be the last car to cross the line as we have Audi. I think the Audi crashed out. That is the end of qualifying. Ah, okay, both you guys are on hot laps. Yes, please. I knew you guys were on hot laps. It just, I guess it was a bit of the speed difference there a little bit. I don't think you'll get in trouble for like impeding or anything, because both you guys probably started separated, and it was smart of him to not try to pass. Well, both you guys were on laps, but we have K4 starting on pole, Stunt P2. DJ on the beat P3, Dry King P4, J Story, Rusty Oil Can, AS Edge, Una Cinco, Zabit, and Porky Pig. That's our top 10. Unfortunately, run out of time, I'll finish. The other, I think, is another 16 or 17. Yeah, he could have left a bit more of a gap. Probably didn't expect to catch that quickly. But yes, guys, you guys did really start really close on you guys' lap. I feel like it was definitely going to happen. Let's look at the race director once again. Sis. Sorry for the girls in the back. From P11, we have N Turner. We have Craig starting P12, Godfather, BK, Jasper, W Butler, Electronic, and Tar Heel started for the back of the grid. I'll check the standings really quickly so I could see how championship rivals are lining up today. I think I have access to the. Oh no, I'll get that for next race. Because now we are on the formation lap. Let's see the different tire strategies. See the tires. Ooh, some people are starting on softs. Maybe 2-stop, possibly. I mean, the sauce are able to go at least 9 to 10 laps, or maybe 11 is probably the limit. But you may want to not have to pit earlier for your hards, but gonna be interesting to see what kind of start Stunt is able to get. I think two of the guys touched unintentionally. Oh, we have a spinner in the back there, one of the Alpines. I think that's Simple. And that is really unfortunate. Thankfully, there's no damage. There's no damage on the formation lap. Very interesting angle here from the Williams on pole. He knows the Mercedes as the sauce. Let's look at the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 red lights are on and they're out, and this lights are on. Away we go. Let's see if Stunt gets a good start. Not really. K4's angled start has worked out for him. The Mercedes trying to risk it around the outside. He goes off. That's gonna cost him some positions. Oh, he's into the wall. That's a bit of front wing damage. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate for Stunt. This race has become undone in turn 1, and he has on soft tires as well. Those softs are done on the inside of Tar Heels. A bit more contact, more front wing damage. Let's go to the front. Is anyone in chat at the moment able to give me reads on the tier 2 standings for Sunday tier? Stunt has left. I think there was a bit more contact. Let's go down the field. I think we have a VSC. And a Simple. I think he has no front wing. I think a bit of stuff happened there. Jasper gets a 10-second for speeding. For ignoring yellows, my apologies. This race is really up for a chaotic start. It's a VSC, not a full safety. Here is the possible strategies. I don't think anyone is doing that much stops, but anything is possible. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. 5/10 lost because of your teammate. That makes it sting me even more because the fact is your teammate. And we're green again. And the McLaren catches the Williams snapping. That's DJ on the beat up to P1 with K4 behind. Our rear spinner from last week. Up to P1. He has a nice gap at the moment. The race is pretty much evened out a bit. Have a bit of a train here. Unfortunate 10-second pen for Jasper. Nosenko, he's off the back of the pack after a bit of contact. Really unfortunate. We're getting close between Drag King and K4. The top two from the last race. Unfortunate. The race ran out of fuel for Drag King. Caused him the win. K4 crossed the line first, but he had a 10-second penalty. But Jerry said a 16-second penalty, which was a bit unfortunate for him. When he came, Mr. Opportunist and the Red Bull ran out of fuel. Half a lap in on the last lap. The Red Bull looking at the Williams, not able to get through. Suzuka is known for being quite a hard track to overtake on, but in these regs it gives you a bit more freedom. The Red Bull, I think, gave the Williams a tap there. DJ on the beat is starting to stretch his legs a tad bit. Have a bit of a group here. Let's get some more information up for you guys. Trying to wide to inside line there. The Red Bull trying to shape up a move on the Williams. He's all over the back of the Williams. Let's see what he's gonna do. K4 weaving on the straight. He is a bit low on ERS. Let's see if the Red Bull goes for something. Not quite. He could try something on his back straight. Let's see what he does. The Williams burning, but burning will make him a bit more vulnerable on the next straight. But the Red Bull is going for the move here. As the Williams fall behind. As he is low on ERS. Is he gonna come back? Not quite. We have a bit of battling here for peace. It's a nice dive bomb here by Zabit. A bit of side by side. Breaking the front board. Some rough racing here between these two. Still side by side. Going on the straight. No more burning from neither of them. Still side by side. AS Edge versus Zabit. A bit more contact. A bit more contact. That right there is hard. Fair racing. No driver really giving an inch. Zabit gets through with the dive bomb. George Russell style dive bomb. Usually George goes for the moves there. Drag King now trying to get back close to DJ on the beat, who built a 1 second gap. He's gonna try to get back within a second to regain some overtake mode, which should help him with his battery. DJ is a bit higher with his ERS at the moment, but they're pretty close. W Butler with his first warning. We have a move here. McLaren off track. Oh my goodness, what a move on the grass. He goes a bit deep with grass on his tires. That was a bit scruffy there between those two. W Butler not really allowing him to come back on the track. He goes around W Butler. Oh, he runs a bit deep, a bit of laggy contact there. A bit of lagging from electronic. Very interesting there. All over the track. He makes the move once again. Let's go back to these guys. We have Zabit now all over the back of Rusty Oil Can. Drag King sets the fastest lap. He's chasing after DJ on the beat. We're pretty close pace-wise at the moment. BK has dropped off the back of this pack. Not sure what happened with him. Probably made a minor mistake. K4 has dropped back from the leading two. J Story is gaining on him a tad bit. Rusty is dropping off of J Story. Let's see if there's any other battles. Fawaria Godfather, he has some damage, but he is nursing that damage till probably until he makes his first stop. Electronic has gone past both cars, both the Audi and the Ferrari. It's a bit hazardous though with the lagging. Probably because of the contact between him and W Butler. But it's fine. I think Zabit got past Rusty. We have the two Cadillacs sizing up the Audi now. He already has front wing damage, unfortunately. Missing an end plate. Burning a bit to keep the caddies behind. Yes, he's all over the back of the Audi. Look at the cars coming through 130R. They all have overtake mode. Let's see who gets a better exit. The Audi's scoring me on the rear end. Let's see if the caddy goes for the nose. He doesn't have the battery for it at the moment. He does have the battery for it. Wanting to stick a nose on the outside there, but he knew that that wouldn't have been the right call, or the safest call, dare I say. Rest, you know, like holding up the caddies a bit, to be fair. That would be a bit annoying for the caddies. As we can see, Porky wanted to get through it. ESI's trying to go around the outside. No, his teammate goes around the outside of him. Porky Pig hanging it around the outside of his teammate. What a nice move by Porky Pig. Going off track there, a tag from his teammate. That sends him sliding, but he's still able to keep it on track. His edge does get front wing damage though. I reckon Porky Pig, he'll find back that time. I'm not sure if his teammate will give him the place back or if his teammate will continue, but I think that will be reported, fortunately. Zabit no is right behind his teammate. Battery levels are a bit different. The leading two, they're very close. Dry King is very close to the back of the McLaren. He has a nice amount of ERS as well. Let's see what he's gonna do. Going on the straight here. They're both pulling away from K4. He has Zabit in the background going for a move on his teammate. His teammate lets him through. 10-second penalty for Ace Edge as he retires from the race. After clattering into the back of his teammate, I think we have another car in the pits. Yes, please, Rusty Oilcan. He's also in the pits. We have Electronic going for move back past Godfather. Godfather made the move on him, but I did not realize. Very close. Trying to get back on the inside. We have the two Hassels. Pretty close. They're now chasing down K4. The gap between them and K4 has pretty much stayed around seconds. A bit deep there. It could help him get a better exit though. A bit low on his ERS. I think J Story will attempt to come back through at least. The gap has come down to 1.5, back up to 1.6, back down to 1.5. Let's see K4's battery. The battery is pretty low. Porky Pig is now the sole remaining caddy after being tagged by his teammate. There's caused some time to the two passes. He's catching a tad bit. The field has split up a lot. The front two are pretty close. Dry King not able to get a move on the McLaren as yet, but he does have a lot of ERS. I would love to say he could get the McLaren at any moment, but I'm not quite sure. He is burning, getting close to the McLaren. Let's see if he goes for a move. No, he does not. Sensible to stay behind. We wait till this back straight right here. The McLaren does have the battery to defend. He's racing his battery. Getting all the way down to 0. This will leave him a bit vulnerable on the main straight. Zabit unfortunately wasn't able to catch K4. at the moment as their ERS levels are pretty low. Let's see if the Red Bull is able to get the McLaren this time around. He does have more battery to attack. Let's see which way he goes. Not quite able to get the move done. What a nice angle here, as you can see. The shark fin design on the McLaren. See the nice Red Bull car right behind the McLaren. We have another car in the pits. We have Electronics. He's also one of the soft tire runners. If he does go on hards, he could make it to the end. Zabit is pretty low on battery. Porky Pig has caught up to the past pair. Let's see what he's able to do. We have Drag King getting close to the McLaren now. Side by side. Oh, he backs out of it. Getting close up the hill. I think that was the closest he has gotten to making a move. Backs out of it, thinks better of it. Oh wow. Well, he picked up the half pair, but making a mistake in 22. Allowing Zabit to come back through, he makes another mistake. Maybe pushing the medium tires a bit too much. I think he might have gotten both passes before they crossed the detection line, because both passes have overtake mode, which helps with the battery. Zabit now pulling away from his teammate now that he has the overtake mode. Probably a bit happy about having it back because it does help with your ERS. Where he clearly is once again in close to Jay's story. The top two are really close, but GV on the beat goes into the pits first. This is an indefinite one stop. As he comes out into clear air, he doesn't have to worry about the Alpine behind, as the Alpine will definitely be coming into the pits again. We have to wait now to see what Drag King will do if he'll try to pull extra lap just to have 2 laps better tires, or if he'll come in one time. See the 2 passes in the back. They'll have to split strategy. Just have to wait to see how they'll split strategy. Just Story looking at his teammate. Maybe wanting to make the move so he could go into the pits first. Let's look at DJ on the beat. The good thing about pitting is you get back some battery. As Dry King comes into the pit on lap 11. Well, he will go on hards to the end. Here Ford deciding to go on extra lap. We have Zabit into the pits. He's going to be the pass that gets to go in the pits first, and Turner going into the pits as well. He'll be the Williams to go into the pits first. Or he gonna jump Zabit? Yes, he does. He gets ahead of the Haas. Nice undercut. Godfather gets a 3-second penalty. There you go. There is a safety car. Now Zabit will be very annoyed about that safety car. As no, his teammate will jump him. A couple people will be happy. This will benefit KF4. KF4 and GS3, they'll definitely get put back into this race with the leading pair. I'm not sure if KF4 will be able to get into the lead. The gap to the leaders for him is around 10 seconds. Let's get that information up. Gap to the leader, yes please, around 10 seconds. 12 for Dry King. The undercut around this track seems to be very powerful. About 2 seconds, or around a second. As we saw how far ahead the McLaren was ahead of the Red Bull. And let me DJ on the beat and Dry King. See K4 come into the pits as gentle as he possibly can to avoid getting another 10-second pen. I don't think he'll come out in the lead. I think he'll come out in P3, but this time he'll be closer to the pack. Jester will definitely jump his teammate. He'll also be closer to the pack again as well. We should see some close racing once again. Oh, Porky Pig gets a 10-second pen for coming into the pits again. Very interesting choice to pit again. The Sauce, a very, very, very interesting choice. And Turner comes into the pits for mediums. Very interesting choice. It does look like his cards were a bit old. I'm not sure if he made a mistake with his cards or... We did see him come into the pits last lap. DK has come into the pits as well. Rusty's in the pits. Right, he was in the pits. Godfather is back into the pits. The safety car may take a while as they will most likely wait until everyone is around. Let's see the pit stops. Let's see. Yes, please. And Turner did put on hards, but then he went back to mediums. I'm not sure if that's the better decision to switch to mediums for the end of the race. But I'm not the one on track, so we do have to wait and see how things go. I think this race will definitely be entertaining till the end. I'm not sure why K4 dropped off after Dry King and DJ on the beat got past him, but the pace of the Williams just dropped off. Maybe he had a wet setup for quality and that's where the difference in pace came, but it's costing him in the dry, but I'm not quite sure. We have the two Hasses closer to the leaders this time as well. They don't have to worry about Porky Pig. Porky Pig is back into the pit, so he can get that 10-second penalty removed. He'll be going on to mediums that are not used. Is he gonna come out ahead of the Ferrari? Yes, he does come out ahead of Godfather. That'll be a couple of places that he'll have to try to move up. No, Jasper is race. I dare say Jasper. I'm not sure how exactly to pronounce it. I would call him Power, but I'll say Power Jasper. His race did start out terribly. Got a 10-second pin. I had to pit pretty early, but no, he's back in the race. Unfortunately, he's on mediums, which will probably be worse than the hards to the end of the race. But I mean, he's back in the race. Pretty good luck if you ask me. Well, not good luck, but it just shows that you should not give up instantly. SPs will have another lap with this safety car, as I had said before. As a safety car will wait for everyone to get onto the back of the pack. Godfather will be the last person that we're waiting on, so I do think we will start this race. We'll start back on lap 16, sorry. So at the moment we have a few retirements so far. Let's take a look at who's close to being in trouble with track limits. Let's see. Take W Butler, he already has his pen. Ace is no longer in the race. BK has 2. You'll be trying to avoid to have any more. Godfather, I think he has gotten his pen already. K4 has 1. Couple 10-second penalties here, but this edge is no longer in the race. We have a DNF from Uno Cinco. I think he'll be looking to redeem himself in the Tier 1 race. We have Electronic with his first warning, I think. Rusty got his second warning, which was cutting and corner. So a couple warnings, not that much. Isn't really a famous trap 4 warnings, but the Dagner is a pretty dangerous corner. To run a bit wide and at C track limits there. This corner that we're coming up to right here, as the car washes out wide as the tire scrub, you go on that curve a bit and you could just slightly at C track limits, or even right here, that big curve right there, that long curve right there. When you're like running the car wide and you get on that curve, you could run a bit wide sometimes and get a warning. And we do have safety car in this lap. So we'll be getting back to racing. And it's green once again. We do have a yellow flag, but I think that's from the guys moving slow. But we had a slow Audi at the back there, so our heels dropping back. K4 is all over the back of the Red Bull at the moment, I think. He seems to be back in the race. We have J3 dropping his teammate back a tad bit. Jasper has and turn all over the back of him at the moment. We have Electronic, Craig, BK, all the guys that has come into the pits. Quirky will be trying to make his way back through the field as he had to pit again. Close fight in between Intern and Jasper at the moment. We have K4 looking to make a move on Drag King. Let's see if he's going to be able to pull this one off or on the outside. No, I think it's better off it looks back on the inside, not able to get there. Both cars will be burning, going up this straight once again. This once again will allow Dry King, sorry, DJ on the beat to pull away. As we can see, K4 looking once again, getting so close. He's still close, going on the inside. Thinks better of it, just started looking as well, or at least making K4 think that he'll go for it. Oh, the Red Bull is a bit squirmy on the exit. That allows K4 to go through on the inside. Let's check to see if the Red Bull will be burning as well. He is. Dips in for the split screen to come back, but K4 does not allow him to come back. And that's the Williams up to P2, and he's back in this race. W Butler is retired from the race. Let's see if we have any other forms of close racing on track at the moment. The hard tires at the moment looking very nice on the Williams. They have been dropped by DJ on the beat. Battling, and that is the cost of battling and then using a lot of battery as well. While battling could cost you a lot of time for cars ahead. The gap is now 2 seconds, and there's still 1.8 seconds. We have a bit of moves. Oh, a bit of contact. Oh, where's the oil can into the wall, and we have another safety car. I caught that very late. I saw the icons moving up and down. We have Porky into the wall, but Rusty Can has retired. I wish we had a replay system. I would love to see what happened there. That's a bit unfortunate. We do have another safety car. I'm not sure if anyone will be thinking to pit for softs or anything like that, or they will stay on the hards. We have to go to the front of the field. W Butler has left the session. Unfortunate race for him. And no one is pulling the gun and going into the pits, which is fair because they basically just had their pit stop sequence. SP, if I were electronic, I would come into the pits. He did have on his tires a bit earlier than some of the other guys. Surprisingly, BK and some of the other guys are in the pits. Let's see what tires they're going to be going on. Possibly softs, or unless they have a new set of mediums later on. Let's see what he's going on to. Yes, we have a set of softs, a set of mediums for Craig, a set of mediums for electronic. So we'll have one soft tire running at the moment. It's looking like 10-second penalty for Zabit and J Story, I think. We have a bit of a kerfuffle here. I'm not sure. I think the game broke. Unless DJ on the beat made a mistake. I'm not sure what has happened there. Let me check the incidents to see who got the 10-second pens. Yes, these both asses getting 10-second pens. Maybe they may possibly be able to get those pens removed if it was something a bit unfair. But it's very odd to see the leader drop back unless he made a mistake and went off track or the game glitched out. I'm not quite sure. Very interesting, very interesting. No, I mean the leader dropping back should shake up the race a bit. This has been a crazy race so far. Let me check the Discord so I can see if anything has been reported or any clips or anything. I'm not quite sure. Let me check the chat here just to see if anything. Safety car is in this lap. Oh, the Williams with a bit of a snap there. The Red Bull wasn't able to get close. Getting close between DJ on the beat and Haas. They're not quite able to get close, and Turner is also right there. DJ on the beat has been leading most of this race, so we do have to wait and see if he will be able to get back through. Oh, look at the direction change of these cars. Zabit is all over the back of his teammate at the moment. I'm not sure what happened, but I think okay. So I've gotten some information from BK. He has said that Rusty ran Craig wide out of the European airport. He tried to make it pretty wide, and that caused the safety. So that is what we caught late. So in a bit of unfortunate circumstances. See how things are looking at the front with Haas pair. I think and Turner and DJ on the beat there fighting, and Turner goes off track. Let's see if Jasper will be able to capitalize on that. Not able to get there in time. Now our race leader, he is dropping back a bit. He does have the oldest tires out of everyone in the top 7, or dare I say in the entire race. We do have a spinner, and we're not able to see him at the moment before they go on board, which has been disqualified. Or he's still in the race. He's still in the race. Terrible race. Oh, I think we have someone off again. This is BK. I'm not sure if he was retired or if he's still in the race. He's still in the race. Very unfortunate there. Well, K4 is looking to be struggling a bit with ERS once again. Dry King. Oh. A bit of lag there. We have a Ferrari around again. Godfather is around again. K4 and Dry King. Oh, he goes a bit deep. Keeps the position off track. We have a Alpine off in the back. Oh my goodness, what a chaotic race. We have the Rebel passing the Williams down the main straight. He goes through. J Story not too far behind. Then we have Zabit a bit further behind. DJ on the beat now is going to be trying to make up some places to get himself back on the podium. At the moment he is in net P3, but I'm not sure if the Hasses will get their pens removed or not, because it seemed to be a bit of a cluster between the three guys, DJ on the beat, Zavit and J Story. At the moment, Zabit is out of his teammates, overtake range, close to track limits there for Zabit. Dry King is looking like he's gonna try to bridge a bit of a gap to K4. We have another retirement. BK's into the wall in the Degners. The story is trying to keep with K4 at the moment. K4 is also trying to keep with Dry King. The gap is pretty close to 1 second. It's pretty much 1 second at the moment. And I think that is Dry King pulling himself away from the pack. At the moment, we aren't seeing the fuel icon, so I do think he will run away with this one. BK, what happened? What happened there? I saw you spin, and then I saw the retirement. Would you mind explaining what happened there? I wasn't able to catch you to see what happened. Oh my goodness. DJ on the beat has made it past that bit. DJ on the beat now. Sorry, my apologies for my absence. DJ on the beat now makes the move on J30. He's now back up into the podium places. I think it'll be a fight between him and K4 to see who gets P2. Because at the moment, Dry King seems to be pulling away a bit. Although K4 is pretty close to getting within a second. But in terms of battery levels, it doesn't look like if K4 will really be able to get too close to the Red Bull. GG on the beat, pulling his way through at the moment. He is getting closer to K4, but he really does just have 3 laps at the moment to do it. And Zabit has made the move on his teammate. Where he is now the next driver behind both passes once again. No, please, it wasn't racing during the race. It only rains in quali. It only rains in quali. Quali is the only time it will have rain this weekend for us. Okay, DJ on the beat has made it into K4's overtake mode. Let's see if he'll be able to get the move done in these next 2 laps. We do know K4 is a bit not on the aggressive side, but what I mean is he will defend if he has to. DJ on the beat is pretty close to the back of the Williams. The Williams does have low ERS. Let's see if he'll be able to get close enough to make a move. Very close to track limits there for K4. As DJ on the beat is right behind him. K4 is out of ERS, but he's still fighting this one. Oh, so close to 130R. Basically rubbing K4 on the grass. They're still side by side. DJ on the beat backs out a bit. He cuts the curb a bit. Let's see. Oh, he spins. And he's off the track. Porky comes through as well. Now that puts Porky in the net P3. As the 2 Hasses have a 10-second penalty. But I think the Hasses will get their 10-second pens removed. Possibly, because I think it may have been a bug, but I'm not 100% sure. But at the moment on track, Porky Pig is P3. I don't think DJ on the beat will be able to get past Porky Pig Elite. It's a bit unfortunate for the guy who's led most of the laps of this race. I'm not sure what happened behind the safety car. I'll have to see his point of view of that. We have a Haas 3 and 4 and a McLaren 6 and 7. But at the moment it's all Dry King. Perfect battery management the entire race. It wasn't really rather he had the pace, it was just when he was gonna make the move on McLaren. As he takes this beautiful Red Bull car out to the line, as he's going to be able to redeem himself for what happened last week. From running out to fuel before he crossed the line to actually crossing the line and taking the checkered flag. It's going to be Dry King from K4 from Zabit on track. The 10-second penalties, when they're applied, will drop Zabit and J Story all the way down to P8 and P9. That'll be Porky Pig Elite on the podium. Yas had a pretty crazy race. I'm not sure if he will keep it. Rather, it's he get a pen or the Hasses get their pens removed. We have to wait and see what happens. So look out for the top 3. Yes, please. At the moment, it does look like one of the Hasses will be getting their pen removed. J Story, what happened that you guys got the 10-second pen? Did DJ on the beat went off track or something, or Ah, okay. Yeah, so both hasses will be getting the pens removed, and that's P3 for Zabit. Ah, okay. I think it was one of those situations where the game probably tweak out, and while trying to let someone else pass, it just freaks out and give you a pen. I think that's what happened to the hasses. So those penalties will definitely be getting removed. So our realistic finish, I'll sum it up at the end, but congrats to Dry King and K4. And Porky's on the podium at the moment, but it's really meant to be Zabit. It's supposed to be a Haas 3 and 4. Congrats to Zabit. Unfortunate for Uno Cinco, yes please bro. A very unfortunate race from lap 1. Yes please, congrats to Dry King as he came across the line P1, K4 P2. Okay, so I'll give you guys the right racing order from where I think things will go. So it's Dry King P1, K4 P2. I think then we'll have Zabit, then J Story, then Porky Pig, then DJ on the beat. So the grid will shake up a lot. Let me just go grab the screen for the penalties at the moment so they could get them removed if they do need it. SPs, and then another 10 seconds for an unserved penalty. So yeah, they will be getting the 20-second penalty. Oh no, it's just a 10. Okay, the 10-second penalty is removed, so it really is a Haas podium. Yeah, Porky finished on the podium, but he won't be keeping the spot. I think the Hasses are getting their pens removed because the game basically gave them an unfair penalty, so I don't think he'll be keeping it. But thank you guys for tuning in. This was a really chaotic race. We'll have tier 1 live in a couple of minutes. I'm not sure if we will have a commentator for that race or if it'll be live, but I'll be wishing the guys who are here that have to race in tier 1 a bit of luck. But thank you guys for tuning in. And that is round 6 over. And hopefully next week I have the championship standing so I could give you guys that information live. But thank you guys for tuning in. Okay.